So today we are going to be making hummus, and I just have to get Dylan out of my cupboard. Get out! What are you eating? You don't eat ketchup. Strange animal. Yes, you are. So now I've got Dylan out of the cupboard, we can safely get on with making our hummus. So I have 1 tin of chickpeas that I've already put into my little blender. You might have seen this blender on my What I Have in My Cupboards video, and you can probably hear Dylan meowing away because he wants to get back in at the ketchup for some reason. This is a hand blender I have because I don't have an electric blender, and this just does the job very nicely. I always say with the chickpeas, these do need to be either soaked or in a can when they're ready to use. Do buy the best quality chickpeas you can because it does make a difference. Next, I would normally be using the juice of 1 lemon, but I don't have any lemons, so I'm just using some concentrated lemon juice today because, like I always say, use what you have. Next, we're going to have 3 tablespoons of water. I add rather a lot of cumin as a general rule. Next we want 1/3 of a cup of tahini, which is sesame seed paste. Okay, I usually use cups for measuring this sort of thing out because it just makes it so much easier than trying to weigh sticky things like tahini, you know, on a scale. It's not very practical. We're also going to be adding some salt and a little bit of oil. Now you'll notice that I have sunflower oil today. Most recipes for hummus will use olive oil. I don't have any olive oil, so I'm using sunflower oil because you use what you have. And then I'm going to be adding 2 cloves of garlic, which I will be crushing with my garlic press. Now, if you live in a rental property, you probably have about 3 of these in the drawer. It's just one of those things that people put in their rental flats because they end up with loads of them and just chuck them in. So that's quite handy, and you'll actually get to use it for once. So let's get going. Let's put all our ingredients together. So now all my ingredients are in my little blender, and we're just going to put the lid on and blend it up. Now with a normal electric blender, this would probably only take, you know, a few pulses to get it to where you want to be, maybe 30 seconds. It's going to take about 4 or 5 minutes for me to do that by hand. We'll get going. And here we go, here's our finished article. Here is our hummus, which I can now scrape out and pop in a bowl. And I'm going to top that with a little paprika, because paprika's awesome. Now, some people don't like paprika on their hummus, and those people are wrong. Now, you may have noticed earlier, or possibly in another video, that I said I don't buy small quantities of spices. And the observant among you will have noticed this is a small supermarket pot. Just like to clarify, because I am always consistent, I don't like to think I'm a hypocrite. This was refilled from this. Always buy my spices in big bags wherever possible, and I'll probably keep a smaller container, you know, just for sprinkling as I'm cooking, because it's not very practical to get it out of the big plastic bag. It tends to go everywhere, and although I'm a fan of paprika, I'm not that much of a fan of paprika. I don't want tons of it on top. We just want to sprinkle a nice amount, and then we can enjoy that with some warm pita bread or some carrot sticks or some cherry tomatoes, or you can put it on top of pasta or on top of a baked potato with baked beans, or you can just eat it off the spoon if it takes your fancy. But hummus is an extremely important recipe for vegans. It is one of our staples. It's a great source of protein. It's absolutely stunning, and it's something that you just have to know how to make. So that was my recipe for hummus. I've put all the ingredients and the quantities down below, so please remember to leave me a thumbs up. Leave a comment and let me know how you make hummus. Do you do it differently? Let me know how you get on trying this recipe, and also please let me know how you keep your cats out of the cupboards. And I will see you again soon for another video.